You feel it in your bones, the subtle ache, the silent pulse of something sacred passing between two souls. The angels lean in closer now, whispering softly that you were never just a chapter in his story. You were always the page he'd read over and over, tracing the lines, searching for meaning that goes beyond words. There's a reason the world keeps turning your name in his mind. It's not chance, not just attraction, but a calling, an echo written long before either of you ever spoke of love. He didn't expect to find you, not like this, not after everything he has lived through and survived. Yet you are the one his spirit can't seem to let go. The angels reveal, he tries to forget, but every effort turns into a memory. Life keeps placing your image before him, in moments of silence, in unexpected memories that tug at the seams of his certainty. He is learning, perhaps for the first time, that you were not sent into his life for comfort. You are the question his soul was meant to ask, the mystery his heart cannot solve. He's fighting the urge to call this fate, to admit how your presence uncovers old wounds and new desires. Yet he cannot shake the feeling that everything, every joy, every sorrow, was always leading him back to you. The angels say, you did not choose to be his answer. You were chosen. There is power in this ache, in the uncertainty, in the longing that grows instead of fading. Your very existence is the invitation for him to awaken, to become, to let go of what no longer serves him and move toward what cannot be undone. For as it is written, I have loved you with an everlasting love, I have drawn you with unfailing kindness. Jeremiah 31 verse 3, declare I receive if this touched you. He tries to carry on as if nothing has changed, yet the angels see behind the walls he builds, the silent defenses he cannot articulate. The distance you feel isn't about you, it never was. What he hides is ancient, born long before your paths ever crossed. Old wounds, scars invisible to the world, grip him with cold hands every time you get close. The angels say, he is learning that love will bring all that is hidden to the surface. He flinches at tenderness because it threatens the armor he has worn for years. Love, when it arrives unexpectedly, exposes every secret fear. Fear of loss, fear of not being enough, fear that happiness is temporary. Your light unsettles him, not because it is harsh, but because it is genuine. He wants to trust, to be seen, to let you in. Yet the wounds from a lifetime of disappointment whisper caution in his ear, urging him to pull back, to protect what is still fragile inside. Understand, beautiful soul, the push and pull, the retreat and the silence. None of this is a rejection of you. The angels say, you are the mirror in which he confronts his own unfinished healing. The very presence that draws him in is the same presence that stirs up every memory of where trust has been broken. He longs to step forward, to fully choose you. But healing requires him to linger with his own shadows. Let his distance speak not of indifference, but of an inner struggle, a storm the angels are helping him to navigate. In his silence, 1,000 unspoken prayers for courage are rising. He is not leaving you, he is discovering himself. You may think that love means waiting in the doorway, giving until there's nothing left, holding your breath for a sign that you are acknowledged. But the angels gather near and envelop you in gentle truth. Real love does not ask you to disappear. It does not demand your silence or your exhaustion. The truest devotion begins with the quiet care you offer to yourself. He is drawn to your light, to the way you rise even when the world feels heavy on your shoulders. But your purpose isn't to carry him through his darkness while neglecting your own dawn. The angels say, your soul's radiance is the medicine he never knew he needed. Protect it. Nurture it. There will be days when you want to give more, to fix what you didn't break. Remember, you are not responsible for someone else's healing. The gift you offer is the reminder that self-love is sacred. He must learn to meet you as an equal, not as a lifeline. When you choose yourself, you teach him the language of respecting boundaries, of showing up whole. Your willingness to rest and listen to your own needs is not selfishness but wisdom. The angels whisper, keep your lamp burning. The right soul will find you by the light you refuse to dim. Love, when true, allows both hearts to breathe, each one learning, each one growing, neither one lost. Take care of your spirit first, and let every other connection flow from that well. He cannot know your depth if you abandon it for his sake. He watches you, sometimes from the corner of the room, sometimes through the memories that won't leave him alone. What unsettles him most is not the way you love, but how your love reflects everything he thought he could hide. The angels reveal, you are the mirror that does not lie, the silent invitation to see himself raw and unmasked. Each time he looks at you, a part of him is called to witness his own shadows, the fears, the hopes, the ancient longings he has pressed down for so long. Your presence stirs something old inside him, something he thought was safely buried. You do not judge. You simply exist, and in your existence, you hold up the light that reveals all that he's avoided. There is discomfort here, and sometimes distance. He might turn away, speak in riddles, hide behind old habits. But know this, the angels say, every moment you remain true to yourself, you give him permission to do the same. Your authenticity unsettles him because it makes honesty impossible to ignore. If he recoils, if he questions, if he tries to deny what he sees, this is not a failure. It is the beginning of truth. You are not here to rescue or repair. You are the invitation for him to confront what he has refused to see. The angels whisper, healing begins where courage meets reflection. What he fears in you is only the part of himself that is desperate to awaken. Your light calls him to the mirror. What he chooses to do there is his alone. You remain, luminous, unchanged. Change never arrives with thunder. It comes in quiet moments, in the way his thoughts circle back to you, in how silence between you feels charged, alive with questions. The angels say, a soul can sleep for years, and then one word, one glance can break the spell. He is waking up. Slowly, reluctantly, but he feels it, an urgency, a pulse that was not there before. The things he once believed about love, about safety, about keeping his heart locked away, begin to loosen. It is not comfort he finds in you, but the stirring of something truer. His spirit aches for what you ignite. You notice the subtle signs, eyes that linger, words that hesitate, old patterns unraveling at the edges. The angels reveal, he is realizing love cannot be controlled, cannot be scheduled. It arrives and asks for surrender. Each step he takes toward you is a step out of old pain, into the unknown. He may struggle, resist, even try to pretend nothing is shifting. But you feel it, the thaw, the opening, the first unsteady steps of someone finding their own truth. Let him move at his own pace. Do not rush what the divine is orchestrating. This is the moment between sleep and waking, when the soul is both frightened and fascinated by what it is becoming. The angels are holding the light steady for both of you. If your heart stirred at these words, write 1111 and let the awakening continue. Sometimes it feels like every step forward is followed by a silent retreat, as if you are caught in a dance of nearing and parting, never quite landing. The angels see this, and they want you to know, this rhythm is not a flaw. He is not lost to you. He is lost within himself. He circles back to you because your presence is where his spirit feels most alive, yet each time he gets close, fear rushes in. A fear of surrender, of losing control, of exposing what is fragile. He pulls away to collect himself, to build walls he already knows cannot last. The angels whisper, he is learning the difference between escaping and healing. This pattern, this cycle of coming close and pulling away, is his soul's way of confronting what he is not ready to hold. Do not blame yourself for the ebb and flow. Your worth is not measured by his ability to stay. The angels say, let him come and go. Your anchor is in the truth of who you are. Even when he steps away, even when silence feels heavy, the bond between you is not broken. It is being tested, refined, made real through absence as much as through presence. He cannot outrun the lesson you were sent to teach, nor the lesson he was born to learn. Each return, each absence, is a page in the story the divine is writing. Stay grounded in your center. He will keep coming back until he learns to stop running from his own heart. The journey is not linear, and that is its sacred beauty. There are wounds inside him you cannot see, ancient aches stitched deep in the places he hides even from himself. The angels draw near, silent and sure, laying hands upon the unseen fractures. Your love, they say, moves in quiet ways, mending without permission, soothing what words cannot reach. He may not talk about it, may not even understand the source of the pain that keeps him on edge, but when he is near you, something softens. Your gentleness seeps through the cracks. Sometimes, it's your laughter that lifts the burden. Other times, it's simply your stillness, your quiet presence. He may resist, may not know how to accept it, but the healing begins nonetheless. The angels reveal, it's not grand gestures that heal, but the unwavering acceptance you provide. Your love demands nothing, doesn't overwhelm, and doesn't insist on its own way. It merely breathes, warm and patient, a soothing balm for scars that have long been carried. He feels this, he can't articulate it, but his heart knows the difference. There will be times when your kindness meets silence, when gratitude is concealed behind pride. Don't let this harden you. The healing is taking place, even when there aren't any signs. The angels work through you, bringing hope to the damaged areas. Sometimes, the cure lies in remaining soft in a world that teaches harshness. Sometimes it's enough to love, quietly, steadily, until the soul learns to trust again. You are his medicine, even as you heal yourself. When uncertainty thickens and the road fades into mist, the angels draw near with a hush that fills the room. They say, trust in the path you cannot see. A map is unfolding beneath your feet, one that was drawn before you ever met, lines traced by unseen hands. You may question the pauses, the delays, the way answers seem to evade you. But in the silence, the divine is communicating. This journey is not a coincidence. The longing, the ache, the hope that stirs within you, none of it is wasted. The angels reveal, each step, each heartbreak, is sacred choreography. He too is being guided by invisible hands, led to places he would never choose, so he can become someone who is finally able to choose you. Your prayers are not falling into emptiness. They rise, collecting in the sacred space between you, growing into a blessing that waits for the right moment. The angels urge patience, trust the detours, honor the timing. The bond that calls you is older than fear, older than doubt, and stronger than any force that could divide. If faith falters, return to this truth, you are not alone. The same light guiding him is guiding you. When it seems like nothing is happening, the angels are at work, preparing hearts for what will endure. Surrender what you cannot control. Walk with open hands. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah 29 verse 11. Type 11:11 if this message guided you home. He stands at the edge, longing to leap but held back by invisible threads, old grief, the memory of loss, the terror of being known. The angels linger, gentle and unwavering. Every soul, they whisper, must break to be remade. Pain is the gate through which love walks. You sense it in him, the hesitation, the almost confession, the way his gaze flickers with hope and dread. There is a trembling in his spirit, a longing for your acceptance, but also a desperate fear of the cost. To love you, he must let go of his oldest stories, the ones that say vulnerability is weakness, that being open is risky, that closeness will only bring pain. But he is learning. Your patience, your unspoken understanding, is the net that waits beneath his fear. The angels remind you, love never forces, only invites. His reluctance is not refusal, it is the ache before surrender, the hush before the song. Sometimes the truest love waits in silence, in soft eyes that promise, I see you even here. You cannot rush his healing, nor can you bear his pain for him. All you can offer is the safety of your presence, the slow, unwavering faith that he is worthy of being seen. The angels are beside you both, cradling the tender parts, blessing the cracks where new light will enter. My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. 2 Corinthians 12 verse 9. Let your heart receive what his words cannot yet express. Somewhere between hope and letting go, a quiet truth emerges. The angels wrap you in their calm. Acceptance is not surrender, but trust in the wisdom of what is unfolding. Love that is real does not vanish with distance or silence. It simply changes shape, flowing where it is most needed. He may still hesitate, the future may remain a mystery, but the sacred work is already done. The angels say, what belongs to you cannot be lost. Even when the heart aches, even when longing lingers, you are being led, not abandoned. Faith is not about having answers, but about resting in the unknown. You are both free now, free to choose, to release, to welcome whatever comes. This connection, born of soul and shadow, has already transformed you in ways you cannot measure. There is nothing left to prove, nothing left to chase. All is held, all is blessed, all is enough. If peace comes quietly, let it settle. If tears come, let them fall. This is not the end, but the doorway to what comes next. The angel's final blessing. Love always finds its way home, though it may arrive in forms you never imagined. I am with you always, even unto the end of the world. Matthew 28 verse 20. If your spirit feels this benediction, declare Amen, and let the angels witness your surrender.